If I had to choose between Konate, keeping him at Liverpool, or picking Araujo from Barcelona, I'm picking Araujo. And before any Liverpool fans jump to any conclusions, you just need to hear me out, hear my points. But if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and make sure you hit the notification bell. If we're talking about which one gives you a higher ceiling, I'm going to have to pick one that is more reliable in big games and one that is an all-round defensive package, and that person is Araujo. Now, I know Araujo hasn't been great recently in terms of injuries and, his mental state. He's talked about the emotional side, where his mental capacity, his mental health has been suffering slightly, and that's why his performances have dropped. But you don't know. This new scenery, this new environment, a new coach, new surroundings could be the answer to Liverpool's defensive issues. Point 1. Araujo has consistently been performing against great attackers. We've seen in La Liga, when he got up against Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia, even some other teams like Villarreal. He's had to deal with some elite attackers. Now, I'm not just talking about strikers, wingers as well. So coming into Liverpool's system, it's not going to be new surroundings for him. His ability to defend 1 versus 1 is what Liverpool have been lacking. The only defender I think that can probably come close and had a slight decline is Virgil van Dijk. And I've seen him get beaten in some areas he shouldn't. But imagine having somebody like Marcos Araujo next to you who can add a bit more spice and give you a bit more reliability, comfortable in those tricky situations against some tricky forwards. The ability to win duels without any disadvantage or constant cover is what's going to help Liverpool this season. Point 2, leadership. This guy has worn the captain armband. So imagine you've got a leader in Virgil van Dijk and you've got a leader in Araujo controlling that back line and knowing when to defend and knowing when to push up. That is something Liverpool will definitely utilise, and something that they definitely need. Imagine if Van Dijk is injured. At least you have another leader who can step up in that moment, because he's worn the captain armband for Barcelona. And that's a big deal. Barcelona, a huge footballing club. To be the captain as a defender, I think it speaks high volumes. Point 3, I'm just going to go through Konate's attributes. He's very quick in terms of recovery pace. He's got good aerial ability. I don't think it's as great as Araujo's. His physicality is really good as well, Konate's. And he is quite aggressive when it comes to front foot defending. So that's Konate's advantage. But Araujo's advantage, I feel like, is slightly better. He can read the danger earlier, which is good, because then you can read the game and know things that will happen before it happens, not causing any disruption to that back line. He makes fewer rash challenges, which obviously can result in yellow cards or even penalties. He recovers possession more efficiently, very quick. A very commanding centre-back is always good at reading the game and stays composed under pressure. So those are Ronald Araujo at his peak. These are the qualities that he's shown. And the reason why I feel like he can get there, because he has a great manager who's great at developing defenders. We've seen Iraola develop Zabani, Huijsen. He had to lose both of them. And then what happens this season? Senesi steps up. This is all part of development, and I feel like Iraola can definitely bring Araujo back to his old days. He's still very young, still someone Liverpool can use. Obviously, it's a loan, so if it doesn't work out, it's still not as risky as people think, because you've not paid a huge amount. If it does work out, you have an obligation to buy. So this is kind of what happened with Arsenal and Hincapié. He came in on loan, had a fantastic season, won the Premier League, and then we got him for peanuts. So this is what I'm saying. Liverpool have a win-win situation here. You're getting somebody experienced, somebody young, somebody powerful, someone with great leadership qualities. This has all the ingredients to work in the Premier League for Liverpool FC. I think for Liverpool fans, and the rest of the league, I think what the question is, how would Araujo adapt to the Premier League? Konate, he's won silver at Liverpool. He did well for them years, but he was checked out. He wanted the Madrid move. I feel like with Araujo, he's somebody that you can definitely develop in that defence, and I feel like he can definitely offer you more as an overall package as a defender from the arguments that I gave. But yeah, if you feel like Araujo is kind of a risk because of his injuries, because of, the way he's been playing, his mental capacity. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I believe that this guy can help Liverpool this season significantly. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.